Red Skelton Show. With Red's guest, the star of The Men from Shiloh, James Drury. David Rose and his orchestra. Tonight's silent spot, Red Skelton in The Woman Who Sees Her Husband in Everybody. And featuring Clem Cadiddlehopper. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Red Skelton.
Thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I feel good tonight, and I must say, you're a sight for sore eyes, and I got them. I'm glad the show's in color so you can see this little beauty. See, I got to tell you what happened. About 10 days ago, I woke up, and my eyes were sort of pigeon-toed. They were overlapped like that. See? Now, I didn't get the accident, didn't get the eye through an accident. I got it through a keyhole. See? But you know, there's nothing more frightening than to get word that there's something happening to your eyes. See, I had an uncle, and his name was Hody, see? And he drank all the time. And they said, if you stop drinking, you'll regain your eyesight. He said, okay, I'll give it up. So about a week later, I see him come staggering down the street, and I says, Hody, I thought you gave it up. He says, I did. But things don't look as good when I'm sober, so I start drinking again. Hey, this doctor started examining my eyes. Now, you got to hear some of the conversation that went on. I said, you know, the eye is making me dizzy. He says, well, let's not blame it on the eye. And then, you ready? He says to me, your eyes are set too close apart. There's a brilliant doctor. Then he says, when was the last time you had your eyes checked? I says, I've never had them checked. They've always been brown, just like they are. I got him. And then to build up my spirits, he says, well, now, anything can affect your eyes, most anything. Like I have one patient that lost an eye drinking coffee. I said, lost an eye drinking coffee? He said, yeah, I forgot to take the spoon out of the cup. Hey, did you hear about the cross-eyed guy that walked up in front of the cross-eyed judge? The judge looked at the first fellow and he says, what is your name? Second guy says, Bill Smith. He looked at the second guy and says, I'm not talking to you. Third guy says, I didn't say nothing. Hey, you know what, though? Some women, or some people, rather, are vain about wearing glasses. Now, you take some people can't see without glasses. Some people, when they have too many glasses, they can't see at all. Well, my wife, Little Red, is kind of vain about wearing glasses. She can pretend she sees everything. The other night, we're in a restaurant. She says, now, there's an old-fashioned girl over there with a dress that buttons all the way up the back. I said, what do you mean, buttons? That's her spine. My wife is really nearsighted. The other day, she yells, oh, I found the quarter, and she picked up a manhole cover. The other day, the wind blew her wig off, and she ran after it 5 blocks before she realized she was chasing a cat. Yeah, and she'll never admit that she's crying. I heard her feeling. She never admits she's crying. She says, my, it's warm. My eyes are perspiring. But my wife, Little Red, has the most beautiful eyes, I think, of any woman. Not because she's my wife, but because her eyes are beautiful. She just has, well, they're like deep pools of water. As a matter of fact, when she gets mad, you can see killer sharks swimming around. But you know what I can't figure out? How can a woman see a little blonde hair on your coat and miss the garage door? Huh? Hey, did you hear about the nearsighted fellow who was helping his girl knit? This hippie sitting there and he's helping his girl with a yarn. And she's knitting away and she's nearsighted and she knits his beard into a rug. Now she's got the only rug in town with a big mouth. I don't know what I'm laughing at. I've heard all this stuff. Hey, Gertrude Heathcliff, Truth Ego. They're talking. She said, He said, "Heathcliff, did you hear what happened to Charlie the porcupine? He's in the hospital." He says, "No." Charlie the porcupine is in the hospital? What happened? Says, "Well, he's nearsighted, and he mistook a cactus plant for his sweetheart." Hey, you know, speaking of being nearsighted, I would like to do now, if I may, a short little pantomime of a nearsighted fella sewing a button on his coat. A nearsighted fella sewing a button on his coat.
James Drury and Clem Cadiddlehopper in The Auction.
Yeah, one small step for man, one giant step for that goofy son of mine. Clem Cadiddlehopper, where are you?
Here I am, Paul! How do you like that voice? I won it in a crap game from Wayne Newton.
Clem, what in tarnation are you doing?
I'm plowing the ground. What do it look like I'm doing?
Plowing the ground. That's where the ground was before you sold the topsoil on our whole farm for topsoil. That's what you did.
Yeah, I guess this plow must have been down at the bank because it floats alone.
Oh, put that thing down. I want to talk to you.
What do you want?
Now listen here, Clem.
Yeah.
All our crops were in that topsoil.
No.
You know, a lifetime of work just went right down that drain.
Well, I hate to tell you this, Paul, but the fellows bought the drain, too.
And because of you, we have to auction off everything we own in the world, even what's closest to your heart.
No.
Yeah.
You're not going to auction off the hair on my chest. It's just coming along nice now, that one there.
No, stupid, no. We're getting an auctioneer.
Auctioneer?
Now listen close.
Yes.
Not that close.
Well, I go back.
Now listen. Does the name James Drury mean anything to you?
No, but the name Ruby Bagoni do.
Clem, James Drury is a great big TV star.
Oh, bigger than Ralph Williams?
Oh. Now listen.
Yeah.
James Drury is in town, and he's shooting a TV show called The Men from Shiloh.
Yeah.
And I sent Daisy June down to fetch him.
Yeah.
Now, do you know why I picked a cowboy to be our auctioneer?
Well, I guess you figured as long as it's going to auction off the kitchen, you'd need somebody that would be at home on the range.
you looking at my hair?
Well, it sure is nice to see a ponytail on a lady instead of a horse.
Hey, Mr. Drury, how did you find Daisy June?
Probably followed these eyeballs, and there she was. Look, I'll ask you to keep your eyes off of my girl. Yeah, you cowboys are supposed to kiss your horses, you know.
Look here, I'm gonna go get ready for the auction. I'll be right back.
Well, I'll carry on right here.
Not with my girl, you don't carry on, buddy.
Look, don't start with me, country boy. I'll give you a migraine lip. I'm an expert at yoga.
Yoga?
Yep.
Yoga.
Clem, you know what yoga is?
Used to play baseball, didn't he? No, yoga. That's the yellow part of an egg.
Oh, no, that's a yolk.
Didn't get much of a laugh, did it?
Yoga,
yoga?
Yoga helps you to a very powerful breathing, like this. I want you to notice what kind of strength I can get with my lungs.
Really? You pay attention, too. You want to try again?
I think I better.
Don't feel bad, it's that stupid prop man back there.
Maybe it takes a long time for the wind to get there.
Yeah, it's sort of a calm. You're the first guy I've ever seen blow a calm.
Well, anyway, you certainly...
Let him do it! We want to see what's going to happen. He's going to mess me up with mine. I've got to do it next, and if it don't work for him, I ain't going to try it. You want to try it again?
Want me to fire my gun?
Don't go
Some
wait,
kind of a
folks.
signal here?
Yeah.
Watch this, folks. Look at those backstage.
You sure are lying.
Wait a minute, that was mine! Bring it back! That was supposed to be mine! All right, tell him he's windy.
He certainly is long-winded.
Yeah, he's a windy old devil is right. You ever thought about going into politics? You step aside there, city boy. I'll show you some breathing around here. Get a nice onion here. Yes, sir.
You're not going to eat that whole onion, are you?
I'm going to heat all of them if I have to.
That'll cover a lot of scope.
Yeah. You proud of that, ain't you? Huh? Yes, sir. A little onion never hurt anybody. Too bad I don't have a friend I don't like too well. It was dead. Yeah, I only do a Spanish dance when I eat Spanish. Wait to knock my socks down, too. Yeah, and on top of that, it kind of keeps the air moving around my breath, you see. Watch this now. Step back.
Don't worry, you don't have to ask me twice.
Here, you watch this now. I'll show you them. That's what you call blow her down, boy. Blow her down. You like that, huh? What on earth's the matter with you, huh? Oh, it's the onion. That's what it
All
is.
right, folks, come on in. Come on in. The auction is about ready to start.
Now, look here,
around.
Clem. We've got to take an inventory, find out what we've got to sell here.
Oh, an inventory. Well,
Yeah.
you point what it is, and I'll take it.
Well, you know, you have to get out the list of what you're going to sell.
Oh, yeah.
Clem, come over here. Now, Daisy June, I want Clem to count all the chickens and the goats, everything, and you mark the number down.
Okay.
All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, who's a gourd head?
I said go ahead.
Oh, I thought you called me a gourd head.
All right, folks, let's have a little auction action here.
Now, how many red chickens are there?
Red chicken.
Now, let's see here. How much am I bid for this beautiful antique milking machine, which can also double as a garter belt in case you've got a cow that wears silk stockings.
15. many red chickens are there?
20.
20! Sold to the man who bid 20. Let's see, folks, what am I bid for this beautiful portrait here? And a package deal on everything else, including this bowl of Spanish onions. This is a very unusual picture. You'll notice this is a local farmer here in these parts, and his name was Honest Pete. He was so honest he could tell a thief 1,000,000 miles away. All right, folks, what am I bid for the picture and the whole works? Everything here.
200.
220. 250. How many goats are there?
275.
Sold to the man who bid 275. Well, that's it, folks. The auction's over. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
I don't believe this. Oh, yes, I do. Clem, you know what you've done?
What?
You went and bought everything back again, including 10% to him. You're getting more stupid every day.
Well, that's progress. And I ain't one to stand still, you know. I'm sorry I did that, Paul. I just didn't. Ouch. I didn't. What's that? Boy, I'd like to see the dog that buried that.
Wait a minute. That is fantastic.
No, it's the bone.
Do you realize what you've got here?
Now, just a minute, Mr. Drury. Whatever it is, don't tell him or he'll ruin it. Believe me. Now, Clem, you take this bone behind the house and keep your eyes on it.
If I keep my eyes on it, I won't be able to see behind the house.
Go.
Mr. Cadiddlehopper,
Yes.
you may not realize this, but that is a genuine dinosaur bone. Why, any museum in the world would pay a fortune for something like that.
A fortune. We're rich, Daisy Dude.
You certainly are. You folks are going to be rich, really rich. Well, thanks for asking me to be your auctioneer. I've got to get back over to Shiloh.
Well, now, wait a minute. You can't go without having a bite to eat.
Oh,
Come
do I
on.
have to?
Clem,
Yes.
bring in some victuals.
Soup's on, soup's on. Yes, sir. Wait till you taste this, sir. You have never. These are made with 14 carats. This is golden soup.
I say, Clem, I want to ask you, what did you do with that bone, the giant bone?
Put it in the giant soup.
Oh, put it in the giant soup.
Yeah.
Good heavens, you boiled it down.
Clem. What? You boiled away a fortune.
Well, that's what'll make the soup so rich.
And now the silent spot. Red Skelton and the lady who sees her husband in everybody.
Here he is again, Red Skelton.
I would like to thank our sponsors and staff, and especially you ladies and gentlemen, for allowing me to be a part of your evening. So until next week, I'll say good night, good health, and may God bless. Good night now. Thank you.